It's Sunday, August 28th, 2016. I'm in downtown Tampa, right by the intersection of Tampa Street and 7th Avenue, here at Phil Bacardi Park, which is known by a lot of the people that are on the streets as Spice Park. The reason that they call this Spice Park is very well known by many in the downtown Tampa area, and very few of the major population of Tampa wouldn't understand why this is called Spice Park. I'm here today on this Sunday, and we're going to speak with a guy that I've known here for probably 2 years. Prince Yahim is his name. We're going to learn a little bit about homelessness and his experience in homelessness, and what's going on here with maybe with this park, and see what he's got to say. Hey, Prince.
Hi, how are you people?
So how long have you been homeless in Tampa?
I guess I'd have to be since the birth certificate, Social Security card came out.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 30 years old.
30 years old. And we're here at Phil. I guess it's pronounced Bacardi Park. Right. It's hard to understand or hard to pronounce. But I know that this
used
park
to be a public park, but now city, private owned, taking everything from the public.
Yeah. Well, it was actually donated by the law firm that's right behind here. They actually used to own this land, and they donated it.
Rights, really.
So they donated it to the city. But it's actually known as Spice Park.
Yeah.
What is the reason?
2 years ago, it was a public park before it became a city park.
What is the reason that it's called Spice Park?
People just used to come around, sit here and smoke and stuff. And then they're spice heads.
Yeah.
That's what they call themselves, basically.
They call them spice heads?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see there's lots of people here now, and as I walk through the park, I see lots of people that look like they're kind of like zoned out or out of it, and I smell strange smells and see lots of people smoking.
It's not mostly the spice or any of the essence or the substance that any of the people on the earth do. It's more of their mind frames, and that they're already lost and been trapped with the false education and the false religion and all of the falsehood around them. That's where most of the homelessness goes into place. Because if they don't know who they are, they're already homeless. And then if they're borrowing a house from any of these governments, they're already homeless. And then if you're listed as a U.S. citizen, you're already homeless.
Okay. So back on the topic about the park here.
Yeah.
I mean, how available is spice downtown?
Well, it's actually all around because there ain't nothing but chemicals, flowers, and all that other stuff. Spice, the term spice don't even exist. K2 don't even exist. But then again, that's part of the whole falsehood. They can't do anything without it being fraudulent, fictitious. That's why like all the homes are fictitious and stuff. Nobody in America owns anything right now because the fictitious corporation has taken it over. See, I'm local head of state to where Obama is the foreign corporate head of state. Now, technically, being that I'm sovereign, I own all this property before any of them own anything. But the way the law is written, we have true law and we have false law. You guys aren't told about the choice of law or the choice of jurisdictions, because then you would take your power back and then they wouldn't be over you anymore.
So back about the park here, I notice over your shoulder here, there's a group of people that are they're feeding and giving out water and
yeah.
How
the
often?
bad part about that is, like, our community tries to help out with the people that are out on the street level and trying to help feed them and stuff. But we have the issues with the fraudulent law enforcement that wants to make it seem like it's illegal for them to keep their families up and breathing and going, which is actually, that's against the humanitarian law.
So how often, during the weekend, how often do people come in, different groups come in and feed?
Saturdays and Sundays.
But it's quite often throughout the day.
It's quite often.
Different groups, right?
Yeah. I mean, the ones that are more into the true food, they come out every day because it's something that comes out of their hearts and stuff. Now, like most of the groups groups that come out here, they are what you call the church buildings. There's a difference between the church people and the church buildings. Like you got the church buildings that follow the tradition, and then you got the church people that just follow God. So we're still faced with two different realities.
So with your situation of homelessness,
Yeah.
what do you think are the main things that keeps you living on the streets?
That fraudulent people own it, and I know not to put my name on any of it, and that the IRS is trying to keep all of it, even though they are here illegally, and that they're trying to force me to give up my jurisdiction and my rights by accepting any of their housing, accepting any of their counterfeit, fraudulent Federal Reserve notes, or accepting anything that they try to give my people to trap them.
So you prefer to stay on the streets?
Yeah, because it's the only way to keep my true freedom. Because in those houses, they can lock me inside my house. They can actually lock you in your homes and destroy you right there.
So do you want housing at all?
Not from them. I would rather have my true housing. Because how are they going to try to sell me my land back to me when it's already my land?
So what is your true housing?
It's all around me. My land, me and my people, we live here on the land, indigenous people, without any of these houses or buildings that they set up. My land had plenty of food before they came in and started wiping out anything. All these people were living wonderfully. They didn't have no problem. No air pollution, no global warming.
And that was, say, what, 100, 150 years ago?
So they say.
And how old are you?
30.
30.
But I see things on a different level than what they want to say. Because it seemed like it didn't take that many years for them to do all that, because they were doing little things and little animals and little groups.
What is it you need? What do you need to make your life better, or to change things, or to
I need them to
put you into housing, or
for them to give America its independence and to free my country? Because the United States has been occupying my country for a long time. And then for them to go around and free Iraq, free Afghanistan, but leave all of my people here enslaved, even though they try to switch the name out with citizen. We still know these slaves.
And you say your people. Who are the people you refer to as your people?
All the people that are born on this soil. I know they don't understand that they're Indian. They like to call themselves white and black, but that's not who they are. Everyone born on my soil is Native American. They force you to give up your right by choosing black or white, or choosing United States.
So to be black or white is a choice?
Yes. Because it's not even your skin tone. It's not even a race. It just says you don't know your heritage, you don't know your ancestry, and you're a lost soul and you're a lost being. And that's what gives them the power over you, that take control of you, strip your houses, strip your lands. Oh, they even kidnap your children. DCF, HRS. That's nothing but a kidnap form. They try to make it seem like it's legal kidnapping. How in the world is kidnapping legal?
Well, thank you for talking to us and talking to me. And if you could look at the camera right now.
For the people?
If you could look at the camera right now.
What we need them to do is write United Nations.
If you could look at the camera right now and you could talk directly to the people that are watching, what would you tell people? What the best things that they can do to help and solve homelessness and get people housed and get people into stable living off the streets?
The best thing for the people to do, I know we got more sovereigns here in America. I understand you guys are rising up and trying to hide stuff. No longer hide it from them anymore, because you don't have to be afraid of them. We are the kings and queens here. I need the rest of you kings and queens to rise up, repossess land, and start housing our people. Take it back from the government and let's start housing our people ourselves. Let's start freeing our lands ourselves. We have the power. They don't have the power. They are no longer in control. And if we got to write United Nations, we know how to get them down here to get our help. United Nations is set up to help us, not against us. So use them and utilize them for our benefit. And besides, anything y'all need, I'll sign off on it.
And here you go, right here. You heard it from Prince Yahim, right downtown here at Phil Bourcarde. I think it's Bourcarde Park. Spice Park. Let's just call it Spice Park, because that's what it's well known as, Spice Park. And well, you take that that name Spice Park and figure it out. Why is it called Spice Park?